Hey guys, as the video title says, I will explain you why Sharkman Karate is overpowered. Long story short, it's a very high-risk, high-reward type of fighting style. I'd say it's incredibly good for experienced PvP players but hard to use for newer ones. So to all new PvP players, this will be a challenge for you. Personally, Sharkman Karate allows me to freestyle my combos, making me more unpredictable and harder to kentrick. Only with certain type of swords though. My top 3 swords are 1. Shark Anchor. If you already have it, I'm sure you know how spammy the Z move is, low cooldown and no need to aim. It also does remind me of CDK movesets. I put in on top 3 because of its easy use and combo extension potential. 2. CDK. I love how swift it is. I always use it when I'm up against multiple players at once. It won't make me vulnerable since it has almost no animation and rapidly pierce through enemies. It also can make me escape dangerous position or situations. 3. Fox Lamp. This sword is so good and I will show you why. The X move is a stable combo extender. If you miss it, you might as well reconsidering your Bloxfruits PvP career. Also, never hold it. Its held version is too easy to avoid and doesn't even stun that well. Now I'll cut to the chase and tell y'all why this sword is broken. The Z move stun for about 4 to 5 seconds. While it lasts, you can send free swift attacks that usually cannot stun, then follow up with another combo extender. Example, T-Rex Z, God Human X, then Z. But you have to be fast and accurate. There's another way to use it that I have never seen anyone do it. Transformation. I won't spoil you the video, so watch how do that. I think it's funny. By the way, some of you might say those swords can be kentricked. You have to use a sword like Yama that break instinct for a true combo. Well, that's not false, but I think it's more practical to have 2 useful attacks than just one that might guarantee a hit. And don't forget your opponent could also kentrick one of your next attack. Only having a single move on a sword makes me feel at a disadvantage. It's basically less DPS if you use strong grip. The way I make up for it is throwing a quick attack that is instinct break like a God Human X or a Kitsune C. Now I'll show some good PvP fruit that are supported by the perfect synergy between Sharkman Karate and CDK or Fox Lamp. Alright, let's start with Ice. A great and easy to master fruit, but have to be stuck on the ground, no matter. There are ways to get around that. I know he was going to use Sand Coffin, so I countered that with my dual Flintlock X. If you wonder how the move is still going, well, I have Unbreakable on it. Now I'm sure many people will say that I'm pay to win because of the blessing on top, but it's not needed. I don't recommend this method of gun use unless you know your opponent's intention. Flame. This fruit isn't that good, but it's usable. The combos I am doing with Sharkman Karate and Fox Lamp are not optimal because I'm basically just freestyling and see which attack can be attached to which. During that Fox Lamp stun, I could have used Flame V, by the way. God human? Well, I think not. Here's a little counter for you. LOL, this is satisfying. Here's the diamond fruit. It's a safe fruit to play. Gives you defense boost passive and the mouse click for a short dash. My plan is to stun my opponent with Lamp Z skill, then dash to close the gap, so I can use its best move. Using the dual Flintlock makes him stuck in your shard-looking domain, but isn't needed. Most of the damage comes from the initial hit. If you want to use the creation fruit, you have to play defensively. It has bad mobility and is melee focused. Blizzard. This fruit is like invisible damage. Once you hit all your moves, the opponent doesn't understand where all that damage came from. You saw that while he was stunned from Fox Lamp. I could set my domain and catch him with my bubble.
Oh!
There goes pain. A pain in the neck to deal against. This fruit is literally a Saiyan fruit. Bro won't go down even if you beat him. It even has a Kamehameha. Light, a swift fruit good against multiple enemies, and was the fruit that trained my accuracy. Sand, an underrated PvP fruit. This is probably one of the hardest fruit to Kentrick its combos. Lightning. This fruit is useless against sky campers. Only the dashes remain, so be grateful if your opponent stays on the ground. A tricky one. Shadow. Once my opponent is stuck in the filth, catch him with the bubble and stay here to have a date. Right before it pops, use Sharkman Karate Z, then do a 180 degree to throw him back in the filth. I bet you never saw that before. The Sweet Tooth Dough fruit, the ultimate combo build. Once you catch your opponent in the C skill, aim down with Fox Lamp to pin his goofy face on the ground. Then, like I said before, use Do Z for a free hit and follow up with the rest of your combo. The Furry Kitsune, the god tier meta fruit. Best fruit for PvP in my opinion. With this build, everything connects. Time for martial art with the Tiger Fruit. Usually after I stun my opponent using Fox Lamp Z, I throw the Tiger X spinning move, then I quickly hit him with the F as well. Now be careful because the SX skill pushes the enemy hit away quite fast, so you need to time your combo properly. Do you remember earlier when I mentioned an unusual way to use Fox Lamp about transformation? Well, now the time comes for me to show you. First of all, you want to use your fighting style to deal some additional damage, since during transformation you won't get access. If you don't have the opportunity, it isn't a big deal, but you just won't one-shot a full HP player. After you stun someone with Fox Lamp Z, you quickly gotta transform. Thanks to that, you will be able to hit your opponent with transformed moves for free. Turn for Yeti Fruit. I really like this one because it let me beat up people and smash them on the ground without consequences, unlike in real life. This one also has the nice surprising mid-combo transformation, but I dare say even easier and deadlier to use. It goes like Yeti ZVEF CX. I'll show you two different ways to use control with this build. First, without the domain, you can give backshots to your opponents with the slice and dice skill. To be honest with that fighting style, I feel like I have total control of my enemies. Did you get the joke? With the domain activated, you now have access to the V ability. It's harder to land it than your typical fruit moves, but with Fox Lamp, it now is just another casual free hit. You can even take your time taking a sip of coffee while holding down this ability for the cutscene and flex your power to those victims. Like I said earlier, you are the one in control. The scam fruit. Ugh. No, I mean, the dragon fruit. Totally didn't trade tens of thousands of Robux for physical dragon fruits pre-rework, just to unexpectedly get them turned into tokens for random trash mythicals. And if it wasn't enough, I had to spend more Robux on top of the ones I spent to unlock the permanent that I already bought for double price. Anyways, this fruit became more enjoyable than it was, since they let us deactivate camera shake. Now I can finally use its X ability, the best one without having my new screen shaking so hard that it almost fell off my desk. Didn't you make me spend enough money? By the way, if you are already in hybrid form, with that nice juicy Fox Lamp stun, you can mouse click to torture that stuck poor fella. Then grab them, pin his face to the ground, dragon breath at point blank, make him wet his pants. That's all I wanted to show about the synergy between Sharkman Karate and Fox Lamp. You can use this for every fruits in the game, even Portal with fruit stats. It just takes more time to finish off someone at a higher level. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I suddenly felt like making a video about my favorite build in the game and barely seen anyone used it. Let me know your feedback in the comments and maybe also tell me what you would like to see make in a video. See ya!